everybody, it's Christy and I am here with a 15-minute Friday video. Can you believe it? So I am going to work on this page. It is in my Archer and Olive watercolor notebook. I will link up at the eye for you where I did this page originally. But my idea was to stamp a rainbow in each color, and I've pulled all of the colors that match. I saved you that whole process. I had stamped some out to see what matched. So I am gonna go down the page and stamp by each color, in each color, like accordingly. Does that make sense? I hope it makes sense. Okay, so the first thing that we need to do is say, welcome to my channel. I am so glad you're here. I hope that you find this video inspiring and that it helps you create something beautiful and, you know, do something different. I don't do a lot of art journaling pages, so, you know, this is when I do it, 15-minute Friday, and this is kind of like the freeing time. So if you're new here, I would love for you to hit that subscribe button. As always, all of the products that I use are linked down below, so you can check those out. So we're gonna go ahead and get started. If you're new to 15-minute Friday, I do keep this in real time. I set a timer, I work for 15 minutes, and then I wrap it up. So let me go ahead and set this timer on my iPad. So here we go. All right, the first thing I'm gonna do is use this tape. This is mint tape from scrapbook.com. And I'm going to put it here so that I can stamp freely. Does that make sense? So that way when I stamp, it doesn't go. I guess it doesn't matter. I need to stop being so rigid. Like, this is supposed to be the time where it's supposed to be freeing. So I'm just gonna not do that. Okay, I'm not gonna do that. I'm trying to like let this be my process where I just do, you know, and not think so much, but you know, I can't help it. So the first color I'm going to use is Concord and Ninth's Cranberry, and I'm going to stamp in the red section here. Let me go ahead and get this guy out, put it underneath. Sometimes it's hard to stamp when it's not level, so let's start here. If you have not used Concord and Ninth or Catherine Pooler inks, you guys are missing out. Oh, that looks good. All right, I'm gonna have to live with the imperfection though. So it's gonna take a while for this to dry, just letting you know. So I'm gonna go ahead and stamp all the way across this one. I don't even know what I have in mind, but you know. You know. All right, let's see. We're gonna go up here. This side's a little bit easier to stamp on because it has all the paper behind it. So, this does have gesso and acrylic paint, so it's a little bit challenging to stamp on. All right, so that's that one. This is a Stampin' Up cleaner, I think. Half the time I don't even remember where I get stuff. All right, so then we're gonna do the Concord and Ninth Marmalade. And I'm gonna start up here. Oh, this is a pretty color. This one matches just about perfectly. You have to be careful. I'm working from top to bottom because that way I don't get it all over myself, as I tend to do. All right, there's that side. And we'll start the same way over here. It's just some tone on tone to get the rainbows going all the way down the page. So I thought that would be, since the quote was about try to be a rainbow in someone else's cloud, I thought that would be a good thing to stamp. And I have 3 bajillion rainbow stamps that I need to use. I love, you know me, I love my rainbow, but I never use them like this, you know? All right, the next color is Buttercup, another Concord and Ninth color. Some of it has like dog hair, like it's literally stuck on it. All right, this one's not showing up as well, but that's okay. That is a-okay. I think I like it a little bit of both. A little bit of bright color, a little bit of not as much color. Let's get this here. I'm just gonna leave this here because it's gonna be a proverbial problem. All right, then clean this guy off. All right, the next color is my last Concord and Ninth, and it's called Sprout. And I didn't do a traditional green. I did this like lime green color. So it's probably gonna be, yeah, it's not gonna show up as well, but you know. This one has nothing on this side, no words, so it makes it easier to do that. I have really missed doing these videos. These were like my time to like experiment and do fun things. Because sometimes, you know, we don't have a ton of time in our day. So it's nice to just play around sometimes. All right, this one is a Catherine Pooler ink called Cummerbund. Oh, that's cute. The last one I'm gonna do is I'm actually gonna use a cloud stamp because the last one says cloud. So I figured that would be a good one to do. So this stamp set is actually, I'm gonna pull it out so that you can see. I have two different stamp sets. One is this one, which is an Altenew stamp set, and that's where the rainbow comes from. But I'm not too fond of the cloud on here. It's like a retro, it's called Cool Decades stamp set. So I'm not a fan of that cloud. I wanted more of a full cloud. So this stamp set is Hero Arts Heroscapes Rainbow Heroscape. I'm gonna use this cloud with this Catherine Pooler Flirty Fuchsia. And I'm gonna probably do more than one row. And this is gonna be challenging because it's gotta do this. There we go. Because it's like the middle is so full that it's gonna pull up. But that's okay. Hopefully it dries. That part I'm not sure about. So we'll see what happens. I was hoping this ink, this is a really, these stamp pads, both of these brands of stamp pads are very, they have like a felt, no, like a spongy type of pad. So they're like really a lot of ink. Now that one's cute. All right, so that is that. Now it's gotta dry, and then I'll figure out what to do next. I might add some like archival, depending on how this dries, to it to see. Let's see what else we can do here. All right, so the other thing is, where's that stamp set? I can also add, that's what I was gonna do, is like, all colors are beautiful. I really like that. the nice thing about these stamps are you can always curl the acrylic stamps. So that's one thing that is really nice about using these clear acrylics, is that you can curl them to fit what you want, if that makes sense. Instead of the old rubber, remember the rubber block wood mounted stamps? You were stuck like Chuck when you went to use those. So okay, perfect. All right, so I think I'm gonna use what should I do? Maybe I will use like a couple of archival stamp a couple of times. Let's see. This archival block ink by Close to My Heart is by far my favoriteest. So it works beautifully on top of everything. So we're gonna just go right here. Sorry that my head is in the way. Oh yeah, that's a good one. And then oops, that one's a little bit more. Gotta be careful when it's on the gesso, it gets a little, or on the acrylic paint, I mean, it gets a little slick. So you can see how it pulled up a little bit. But I really like how that looks. Yes, I could even do all colors are beautiful. I'm gonna leave that one off. Maybe I'll come back and do it. So I love how you can do, you know, just because you only work for 15 minutes and just because you think a page is done doesn't always mean that you can't add more to it. So I really like how this is looking. It's going to need a lot of drying because it's very, very wet. Like you can see it pulled up on top. So gonna need some drying to do for sure. All right, let's see, what else can we do? Let me look for some washi tape. I know that I have some fun rainbow washi. It's like thin, so maybe I'll just put like a little bit on the edges. Oh look, there's true. Oh, I think I like it like this actually. All right, so this washi is actually from Vicky Bouton's line Sugar Rush, I believe it's called. Don't quote me because I've been known to get it wrong. All right, so this is still wet, but I'm gonna go ahead and lay this down on top because why not? Might have to like reapply at some point. Put some wet glue on there. What did I just do with it? Guys, do you see it on my desk? Here it is. All right, so that one goes there. And then I'm gonna turn this bad boy because I don't want to reach across it because I know it's gonna happen. All right, and then this, we're gonna take some of this off. We're gonna add a little piece up here. You guys, I have so much washi and I do not utilize it like I should. So this is a good place to start. Actually got a bunch of washi in my Archer and Olive subscription box. So if you haven't watched that video, you need to go check it out because it has some amazing washi in there. All right, so that's that. I probably could add a little piece of like black and white or something. Let's see. Let's see what we got here. Ooh, that's cute. Look at this one. Maybe. Let's see. I don't know. I have like this thing about the scallops and I would like that to be cut. So, this is what happens. You can take this is, I believe this is Lael by Mail, Lael Conkar, who used to work for Scenic Route and Simple Stories, has her own store called Lael by Mail, and she has her own washi, her own stamp sets. So if you haven't heard of her or checked her store out, she is, I will link her channel below. She is a lister, so she does like Traveler's Notebook listing, and she is live on a lot of the Saturdays, so it's good stuff right there. All right, so I'm gonna put that right there. Probably cut another piece which is like even smaller and put it up there. These scissors are close to my heart, non-stick small scissors. They're so good, you guys. The washi does not stick to it at all. That was not good. I need to do that one over. It cuts really well, as you can see. Yep. What I've done before, I have like Doodlebug had an entire collection of these, and you can put it down on cardstock. It makes it a little bit easier to cut, but you know, I don't want the white background, I want it washi. So here we are tearing this washi apart. Oh, that is the 15-minute timer. All right, so let's turn it this way. So yeah, that is the point of 15-minute video, is this challenge to go outside of your comfort zone and create something new. So this is today's entry in 15-minute Friday in my art journal. I will have close-ups here at the end. Hopefully it dries, because if it doesn't dry, then we're gonna have to figure something out. But please stay tuned and watch for the close-ups. If you have any questions about any of the products, please leave it down below. I will link the video where I did the original art journal entry, and I will also link all the products. So thank you guys so much for being here, and I hope that you find some time to be creative this week. I'll see you next time. Bye.